they're going to be having some fun out there and put some runs up on the board, and McGraw's going to keep runs off the board on the Brisbane side of things.
Well, McGraw's ready for the first pitch, sends it into Tyler Tolbert in there for a called strike. And that I think sums up the mood perfectly. The job's not done. It's really just starting. T.J. Bennett in the cleanup role. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Only runs on a home run by Song Cha-Noi, who was hitting .500 before that last round. As that ball goes through the glove of Jared Dale, Robert Moore takes a sharp turn around first base. And we have our first base runner of the game. McGraw takes a look at first and fires home. Off goes Moore, swinging strike. The throw off the bag, and that rolls into center field. But Moore is in there safely at second with a stolen base. So done a lot of huge picks mix, but gets the job done. Off goes Moore, a bullet of a throw, but that bounces out of the glove of Robbie Glendinning. Looked like it would have been on line, but Robert Moore has his second stolen base of the game.
Just like Aaron Whitefield swiped 2 bags in the 9th last night, the Bandits turning things around here today.
Fouled away by Yang, and the count evens at 2-2. ERA of just around 5 heading into this game. Payoff pitch, chopped to short, no play at home, so there will be a run scored, but 2 outs in the inning as Lang is thrown out at first by Jared Dale. 1-0 Bandits with 2 outs here in the first. And on Thursday, they had a second inning home run as well. Both came on Friday. Popped into foul territory down the left field line. Giving chase is Robson, and he makes the catch right on the foul line with just one player on the bench this week in Melbourne. Jared Dale pops this one into foul territory, but that's actually going to stay fair. It's going to elude the right fielder Yang, so Dale will stand up at second base with a double.
5 hits so far in the series. You like that? 6 hits in the series. He doubled in the series opener as well. So I love what I'm seeing from Jared. Really,
Matt O'Neill, who's catching tonight, will bat 7th. Jared Cruz in the 8th spot as Holland's pitch is fisted over to first base. Sliding stop. Holding Dale on second is Bennett, and he tags the bag for out number 1.
The 4th of July in 2019 at Double-A.
Which you were also there for.
And yeah, so I've been there for both of Robbie Glendinning's career pro baseball walk-offs.
The Aces ending the longest losing streak and the longest winning streak of the season as Glendinning sends that to the car park. 2-2. Is a dangerous hitter. 2-2. Hit up the middle, but right to the second baseman Moore. Only play is to first, where Glendinning will be out. So 2 away on 2 groundouts, but the tying run in Jared Dale. A walk in each contest, and this man has a lot of power, just knows how to get on base.
You know, anytime the ball finds the barrel, it's got a chance to go.
1-1, hit on a line, and bouncing to the second baseman Moore. Shuffles to first, and there is the out.
Up and down the lineup, 1 through 9. Guys are just mashing. And the defense, you know, they had that 4-error game the other night, but for the most part, they've been really solid there as well.
Is on deck. Logan Trowbridge in the hole. That one hit on a line to third. Fielded on a bounce by Glendinning, out number 1.
No. We're going to sneak up on the halfway point, you know, with this after the next round, round 5's over.
That is unheard of for Melbourne. 2-1. High fly ball out to left field. Robson chasing, going back on the track, and that ball's gone. Another one just carrying out of the park over in left field, an opposite field blast by Andrew Campbell.
They're still all right. It's early, but taking a look at this All-Star Access Higher replay. Just a pitch up in the zone, and Campbell didn't miss it, driving into the opposite field.
A pocket of the ballpark where the ball carries out.
Oh, I thought that Robson was going to make the catch shy of the warning track there.
So 2-0 Bandits. Their first hit of the game is a homer. As Trowbridge fouls it back.
This Brisbane team continues to hit the long ball.
That made the win a bit more uncomfortable, but also a bit more epic for the Aces. Speaking of epic, another strikeout. A called third strike on the outside corner.
The Aces bats will get going, you figure, against this Bandits team today.
First pitch in there for a strike.
You trust John in any situation. Now, I wonder if this is a situation where they may just ask him to get loose enough just to get one out here and finish off this inning. And then.
But Fritsch had a 2-1 count when McGraw left, and now the second pitch Kennedy throws is popped into right field, and that is going to land in the glove of Jacob Skoll with the first baseman, J.D. Osborne. First pitch to him's right over the heart of the plate. Count 0-1.
The Aces got some work to do early again, but like we talked about last night, not afraid to play from behind.
That one's bounced to second, stumbling, but making the throw to first. One hop and the out. Wade to Bennett. No.
By Bennett, and the reason that he's safe, because the foot was off the bag.
Off goes Osborne. Robson pops that one foul over the Cyclone tool shed, and it's 0-1. Osborne leads off first. Robson sprays it to third. Diving stop by Fritsch, on to second for one, but Robson is safe at first base without a throw. Atkinson's been in the ABL since 2014. This is 100th appearance as he gets O'Neill to swing and miss at a breaking ball to make the count 0-1. And already half of his appearances he has started the game off. Clubbed into left field by O'Neill. That is a base hit. Robson will take a turnaround second base, but stay there. 2 on and 1 out for the Aces as Matt O'Neill gets himself in the hit column. That'll bring up Jared Cruz, who set the table for the Aces' walk-off win yesterday. This time he bounces to short. Wade throws to first as he's got no play at either base on the left side of the infield. That moves both runners into scoring position, but secures the second out. Is a pitcher's worst nightmare. Now George Khalil foul tips one into the glove of Darian Miller to make it 0-1. Butt has come up in pretty big spots on occasion for Melbourne. Swing and a miss. Count 0-2. 167 hitter on the year. Swing and a miss. A 3-pitch K for Sam Holland ends the inning. This is Kennedy's first home start. Still kind of getting ready for the season, so he might be able to be stretched quite a bit in this game.
Darian Miller, Tyler Tolbert, and Robert Moore, the top three in the order in this inning. 2 batters faced, 2 outs. Looks like it's going to be 3 batters faced and 3 outs. Kennedy fields his position well. Just 1 inning in his season debut 2 nights ago, so plenty of options to piece this game together. Breaking ball over, nice pitch from John there. ABL leading Bandits, especially after coming off a sweep in Adelaide. Fly ball down the right field line, Skull won't get there. It hops off the warning track, then off the wall, and it's a 1-out, 2-out double for Robert Moore. He's just a huge guy. Moore takes off for third. Throw from O'Neill. It's a good one, but a little bit late. 2 outs in the inning with a man on third. Kennedy looking to get out of it. Yang way behind on that fastball. That one's fouled back, so he's on that fastball. Kennedy 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Line drive knocked down by Kennedy. Picks it up, throws to first. And with that, the tall left-hander saves a run. Last night was a fun one here as the Aces walked off the Bandits in the bottom of the 9th. Dale down on the count 1-2 now.
This is the kind of game everyone's looking for, but especially during this losing streak.
Dale gets tied up on a fastball in, and he's retired on strikes for the first out. Exactly what we needed. The Whitefield fastball over.
A strong physio team with the Aces.
Whitefield rips a single into right center. Well, he's heating up with the bat. A couple hits last night, double to the wall and right.
Those stolen bases guaranteed it.
Glendenning swings at the first pitch, chops one back to Holland to second for 1, over to first, and it's an inning-ending double play. TJ Bennett, Logan Wade, Andrew Campbell, 4, 5, 6 for Brisbane. Chopper up the middle. Dale has it. Nice play there over to first. 6-3 to put out. Well, Brick Lane, the new beer partner of the Aces this season, and you know if that's what you're into as well. A versatile beer company.
And it tastes like the real thing.
Nice pitch from Kennedy. Another ground ball. Steady diet of grounders, and he's got another out.
Just the double given up, and that's really it. Other than that, he's been keeping the ball on the ground.
Sweeping slider across the zone. Kennedy, Flynn, McGraw. Just absolute units of human beings. Hopefully I'm not missing somebody, but the point is a lot of size on this team. 2 strikeouts for Kennedy in his outing so far. I eat breakfast for 3 meals a day every day. Skull takes ball 4. The Aces have their leadoff man on. What's your go-to breakfast? Like,
I don't know if we have much time.
Goal pops up to 3-1, foul territory. Holland directing traffic. I don't think either see it, and it drops. And it is a foul ball unless somebody touched it before it trickled into foul territory. Looks like Skoll's going to be safe at second. They say it's a fair ball looking at this all-star replay. Tough play, the Sun, Holland drifting back. Now, Josh, if nobody touched it, it's a foul ball because it trickled into foul territory. Either way, a runner at second, doesn't matter how it happened. Osborne sends one on the ground to short. Skoll heads back to second. Not a productive out there, but still just one down in the inning. Robson fouls one back. Now, I haven't had a grape since I've been out in Australia. Grapes are just too expensive out here, man. Hitters count at the dish. Here's the 3-1. Tapper to the right side. Robson digging for first. And Bennett beats him there, 3 unassisted. Runner to third. 1-0 pitch. O'Neill sends it off the hands into shallow right. Who wants it? And Robert Moore sticks his glove out and makes the grab to save a run. Set the tone as well.
That one is lined to second. Easy play for George Khalil. 1 out in the top of the 5th.
Which is, I didn't realize. And I said French toast not that too big as well, but pancakes are pretty standard.
3-1. Chop to first. Easy play by Osborne, who calls off Kennedy. Tags the bag, out number 2.
And then, of course, scoring the run in the first without a hit.
Slider touches the outside corner. Have used this season. If you're calling this kind of a emergency start. I don't know if that's really how you describe it. Long relief, emergency starting.
Yeah, and things change on the fly throughout a baseball season. Injuries, roster moves and all that.
Chopper to the mound, and Kennedy fields it. He's had to field his position in every inning. And another 1-2-3 for John Kennedy. He's Hope pitching for the 3rd time this series. Will induce a pop-up from Cruz, fouled away. Cruz is 0 for 1 on the day, faces an 0-1 count to Hope. The pitch, fouled away again. It's 0-2. It's 0-2. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. There's strike 3. First batter Hope faces becomes his 3rd K of the series. Hope, the 1-0. Fastball in there for a called strike. And a Melbourne local, as he hits that one on a line right to Dermot Fritsch. He did not have to move to secure the out. So 2 gone now in the 5th. Lineup card resets. Showing us the replay of that hard liner right at Fritsch. Dale takes a look at strike 1. So some family ties in the Aces lineup today. 0-1. Swing and a miss over a breaking ball, and it's quickly 0-2.
In this ABL season early on.
1-2. Popped in the air, just in front of home plate, tailing towards third base, and Dermot Fritsch settles under it. This one he finds in the sun and makes the catch. So the Aces down in order, 1-2-3 in the 5th.
Hats off to John Kennedy for getting the Aces into these middle innings and for how good he was. Didn't realize he was going to have to come into the game this early.
And for Kennedy, allowed just 1 hit, a double in 3 1/3 innings. As that is a ground ball to first from Tolbert, but the throw by Dale pulls Osborne off the bag. 1-0. Hit on a line out to center field. Easy play for Whitefield, who squeezes for the out. First pitch to Yang's in there for a strike on the breaking ball. 0-1 count. Oh, 0-1 pitch, fouled back. Count 0-2. Real hot day of the season. Not easy to get used to. Popped into left center field. Whitefield on the run. He'll make the grab for the 2nd out of the inning. 16 in a season. That's cracked into right center field. Whitefield going back. In front of the track, makes the one-handed grab on the run. An effortless gliding play in center field to end the inning. Lead last night, scoring the winning run. Whitefield sends this first pitch high in the air, foul down the left field line, but did give a really delicious breakfast dish as his favorite, as Whitefield swings and misses at strike 2
Now, did he tweet you, or is that on the Aces account? No, he gave me some rankings. So after you go, I'll go.
Well, Whitefield sends this to first, sprinting towards the bag, but winning the race is T.J. Bennett. Whitefield 0 for 1 for 3, one out here in the sixth. Tweet at us or at the Aces account at Melbourne Aces if you are interested in joining in on the broadcast fun. From the stretch, deals the 0-1. A check swing, but the ball brushes his bat, and it's 0-2.
Then he said waffles and pancakes, 2 and 3, but no particular order there.
Swing and a miss for Glendenning, and the count is, well, the outs are now 2.
You know you're getting 6 innings, 2 runs every time out.
Popped into the air down the left field line and foul by Jake Skoll. Nuke LaLoosh from Bull Durham.
You could say that.
Fouled away by Skoll, count 0-2. In on the grass as Skoll fouls another one back, 0-2.
See if Skoll can keep this inning going, find his way on base, and then
we saw him get a double just like that in game 1. 1-2, right to the opposite field. Skoll on cue sends one the opposite way. His second multi-hit game in a row. 23 home runs in the Atlantic League with the Gastonia Honey Hunters last year. Off first taken by Skoll. That's poked up the middle. Going to fall into center field for a base hit. Skoll speeds around second. He's going to get into third standing up. And the rally continues. A 2-out single puts the tying runner on. Hope deals. Robson chases an outside pitch and misses, 0-1. He's 0 for 2 today, reached on a fielder's choice in the second. And we've seen what he can do in that situation on a Sunday. Payoff pitch. Runner goes to second, and he'll stay there as Jacob Robson draws a big 2-out walk to load up the bases for Matt O'Neill. Scoring position, they're 0 for 8 as a team. O'Neill chases a high fastball, swings and misses 1-1. In the last home Sunday against Perth, 1-1, fouled back 1-2. And then in the first home Sunday, he ended the continued 13-inning game, 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Once again, the Bandits coming up big with runners in scoring position. 3 more stranded on 2 2-out hits.
2-0. Jeremy Young back to work in the top of the 7th. Logan Wade, Andrew Campbell, and Logan Trowbridge comes in and seeing what the selection is that week. Next pitch from Young, tap foul. Always well fed around the ballpark.
Oh, yeah.
Saving some of those light and easy snacks for the beach later today as Young picks up a strikeout to start the 7th. Got up at 5 a.m., took a train into the heart of Melbourne, and went to Fed Square for the Australia versus Argentina World Cup watch party. That was an experience, so we did that this morning. Ground ball, hard hit to the right side, knocked down by Osborne. Look at this, George Khalil finishing it off. 2 up, 2 down for Young in the 7th.
Man, what a play. I'm going to call that intentional, but it definitely wasn't.
You ever seen a 3-4-1 putout?
Jeremy Young hustling down to the bag to cover. I mean, just firing on all cylinders for Melbourne.
Yeah, nobody gave up on that play. An easy fly out in left field. Tap to the left side. Should be a 1-2-3 inning, and it is. Jeremy Young, quick work of the Bandits in the 7th. The Aces left the bags loaded. They've left plenty tonight. And a new pitcher into the game. It's right-hander Brandon Jordan. Those two have been excellent, both longtime Aces. Keeping the game close while the Aces look to get back in this one. And Jared Cruz works a leadoff walk here in the 7th, just as he did in the bottom of the 9th last night. This Brisbane bullpen's been taxed. Good bunt from George Khalil. Jordan will flip over to first. 1-3 on the putout, but it's a successful sacrifice for Khalil. Good hitters can get the job done in those situations. Dale, hard hit chopper down the third base line, foul. Dale's raised his batting average almost 100 points in this series. 1-1, high chopper to the left side. Fritsch has it. Throw is low to first, but Bennett digs it out.
Strand a runner while he's in scoring position.
Here's Whitefield. 1 for 3 in the game, singled in the 3rd. 1-2 out pitch. Round 5 in Auckland and round 6 in Geelong. before a break for the holidays. Whitefield chases down and away, and the inning is over. His previous outing to that, 2 scoreless as well. So he's riding a 5 2/3 scoreless streak up here.
Clearly.
It's a little stuffy in this booth.
Nah, just hot.
Next pitch from Kent, swing and a miss. Good fastball in the outer half.
Who to bring up next and what guys to focus their training on.
Fritsch battles in the AB, sends one out to short. Look at this play by Dale. Throw a little high. Hard hit ball to left. Robson a couple steps back, makes the grab. So a quick out number 1 after the leadoff man reaches in the inning. Pitch from Kent to Tolbert. It's over for a strike. Stays down in the zone there. Good pitch. Two from Kent. Swing and a miss. Fastball up top. And Tolbert is out number 2 in the 8th. The 3 errors definitely hurting the Aces today. That first run unearned. And that sort of set the tone. You know, you're never going to be worried about a first inning run, especially as the home team. Sunday series. 2-1 is a fastball over for a strike 2. Want to get those early. Should be a fun weekend at the park. Line drive single to center. Station to station baseball for the Bandits. Fritsch up to second.
But I'm excited.
2 on with 2 outs. Line drive single up the middle. Whitefield coming on. Here comes the runner from second. The throw is wide. Here's the tag from O'Neill. Got him. Matt O'Neill reaches across home plate. The throw from Whitefield was in time, just a little offline. Big out there as the Aces preserve a run. Still down 2-0, but rolling into the bottom of the 8th.
Their late game success last night, hoping to replicate that here.
Glendenning takes a strike up in the zone. Next pitch from Jordan. Glendenning drives one out to deep left field. Forget about it. Fire me up, Robbie Glendenning. A walk-off single last night. A solo shot here in the bottom of the 8th to cut the Bandits' lead in half. We've got a 2-1 game, and the tying run will step to the plate after Glendenning circles the bases.
How about it, Robbie Glendenning?
319 distance-wise in feet, so that cleared the fence by a good amount. And that's it for Brandon Jordan. So that's one way to send somebody to the shower. That solo homer, the only hit he allowed. He also walked one. Punt 1-2-3, pitching change at Melbourne Ballpark. The Bandits bring on their 4th pitcher of the game. It's Parker Hall. He's just with the way the ball comes out of his hand and that release point. Skull checks his swing, and this is the spot in the game that Harm came in the other night, Josh.
I mean, we've said it once, we've said it 100 times about how strong this Bandits bullpen's been.
Another pitch on the outer half. Skull takes. His 3rd homer of the season. Cut the Aces deficit in half. Here's Osborne, who sends one up the middle. Into left center field, a base hit. Osborne chugging around first. He's thinking too, and he will pull up there with a stand-up double. Tying run at second with 1 out in the 8th.
Tyler Tolbert, but Osborne getting the job done, hustling himself into scoring position in a big spot for the Aces.
Down just 1 with the tying run out at second. Robson chops one to first. Bennett has it. So Osborne moves up to 3rd, but that's the 2nd out of the inning. Tie the game again or even give the Aces the lead. 1-0, swing and a miss at a nasty breaking ball.
With a big one here, anything that finds grass ties the game.
Another big swing and a miss. 2 strikes on O'Neill. But Melbourne 3 errors, Brisbane just 1. 2-2, a tough pitch there for O'Neill. He swings and misses. Tried to check but couldn't, and the inning is over.
2 nights ago, 2 strikeouts in 1 inning and a work against Brisbane. Retired all 3 that he faced. Now a 1-1 count to TJ Bennett. 2 hits allowed, 1 in 1 inning, and 1 strikeout. Big put out by Aaron Whitefield to save a run and keep this game close. 2-1 the score. Brisbane in the lead. Lennox deals. Fouled away and will stay at 1-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. There's strike 3. Kevin Lennox.
And with that fastball in the 90s and then that wipeout breaking ball, he's tough to hit.
Wade popped this one foul down the third base side, and I saw him, that There he was hitting low 90s. There's no way he's throwing less than 95 now. That's rocketed into center field. Whitefield going back. On the track, off the wall. Just over Whitefield's head, and Logan Wade is going to round second. Whitefield's got a cannon, but it's not going to be in time. The throw one hops into third base, and it's a triple for Logan Wade.
This has just grabbed a run to cut the deficit to 1. Take a look at this replay. Just a hanging breaking ball that Wade was able to send out to deep center, and Whitefield.
But Olenek also, to finish the earlier thought, as the first pitch to Campbell, taken for a strike, over the past few months is incredible. 0-1, that should be deep enough for a sacrifice. Flied into left. Robson makes the grab. He's going to throw it homeward, but it's cut off by Dale at short. And the lead back to 2 for Brisbane on the sacrifice fly. It hasn't played in the minors since before COVID. Swing and a miss. Absolutely fools Trowbridge. As that's rocketed into deep left field. Robson on the track, leaps up, and again it's off the wall. Couple of deep hits in this inning from Brisbane. This time it's a double from Trowbridge.
Depending on which way the wind blows, and it's not always the same direction. You know, a lot of ballparks, the wind always blows in one direction. It's either out to right or out to left.
Thrown out at home by Aaron Whitefield in the last inning. This time it's grounded to short. Dale scoops, sends it to first, and that ends the inning. But not before some damage is done. There's the first strike of Meeker's day, fastball inside, and that's really his bread and butter. Pitch catches the outside corner, evens the count 2-2 in the first 2 days of this series. And he starts off strong. Swing and a miss for Jared Cruz, because Willis, certainly a capable hitter himself, has a lot of speed as well, so he could even try and bunting for a hit. There he doesn't. Gets tied up, and it's 0-1. 0-1. Weakly hit to third. Willis speeding down the first base line, but a quick throw by Fritsch ends the threat, and there's 2 away aces down to their final out to get another chance at this Bandits pitching staff. Meeker deals. Breaking ball settles in there for a strike. No, Meeker has not allowed much damage. That should do it. High pop up into right field. Yang eases under it, and he'll make the catch for the final out. So the Aces drop their second series in a row despite ending their win streak.